Alright. Welcome to Sideboardmtg. My name's Eric, and it's time for Subscriber Sunday. We've got quite a few different decks, and we had two decks that were... They had close to the same number of votes that were along the same line, so I went ahead and pulled the extra deck and decided, you know what, we'll run both versions of this deck, and then we can kind of talk about both of them after the fact. So I hope you guys like tonight's show. If you do, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the content, subscribe. And if you want to get your deck on Subscriber Sunday, jump over to our Reddit, r/sideboardmtg over on Reddit, and just post your deck. Vote on some decks. Maybe you don't want to brew and you just want to vote. That option is there for you too, to give you a little bit of control over what decks we play. Just letting you guys know that the winning deck only actually had about 6 votes, so it wouldn't take many people to come in and swing into a different direction. So please get over there and vote. Let us know what you want to see, and we'll play it on Subscriber Sunday. Alright guys, what's up? Yeah, Magic Online just restarted on me, so I was trying to get that back up, and I'm actually worried that the decks won't be there now. I do have them saved, so I'm not overly worried that they're not going to be there, but I'm kind of thinking that my decks aren't going to be there and I'm going to have to reload them. It's okay though. I've already jumped over to manatraders. We have our cards already, so that will not be a problem. I just got to pull up the deck list and we'll go from there. I think we can do that while we're saying hello to everyone here in chat. What's up, Rush, Jack, Nightbot? What are you doing in here? Fling, Albatross, what's up? For the Horde. Hey, for the Horde. We got your zombies tonight, dude. You've been talking about zombies for a while. It looks like it got enough votes, and we're playing it. So, yeah. That's right, I am live now, Albatross. Man, I keep wanting to say Albatross. Magic Hefe. That's right. Smash that like button. It'll make me happy. It'll make everyone else happy. It'll make you feel good about doing it. Jeffrey, that's right, smash. Who else we got in here? Thomas, what's up, Thomas? Ramo, Brandon. Did I miss anyone up at the top? It looks like Luke. Luke's in here. Alright, so at the very beginning, Magic Hefe was saying that I was dodging a question about my favorite subscriber. I don't have a favorite. I normally don't even have favorite people, except for, you know, like my wife. She's one of my favorite people. I like Lincoln. He's one of my favorite people. But for the most part, I just see traits in people that I like or dislike. So, no, I don't really have a favorite, or I've never really thought about it. So, I hope that's not dodging your question. It's just, it ain't so. So, let's see, what else? I think we got a couple other people in here. Ready to see what decks we're playing tonight? I think they should be in the description box if you guys want to check them out. Maybe if you guys want to play them yourselves, you can. If I missed a shout out for you, please just let me know. We'll definitely get you a shout out going there. Alright. Wasn't talking about Ancient. I said, oh, wasn't talking about Ancient. Do I like MTG Purple? Well, I've watched, I'll say this. I own some very expensive rectangular pieces of cardboard. I don't know. I like to watch Magic. I like to watch Magic get played. I don't really watch a lot of drama content, if that makes any sense. I might have just gotten myself in trouble for saying something about, like, saying that maybe purple was drama content or something like that. But I try to just stay away from that. Like, it's not something that, hey guys, hey, Thomas, yeah. Anyway, right? Like we can't be wishing bad things on people. That's not cool. I mean, if you have an opinion, that's great. I like for people to be opinionated, but personally, I actually haven't watched enough of his content to know how to take his opinions or stuff like that. But he's definitely a very opinionated guy. I do like that. I like to hear all the different sides. I know when the Christine Sprinkle thing was going on, I was trying to listen to all the different sides of it and try to form my own conclusion. And then later I learned that, or I just realized, I was like, you know, it actually has very little to do with playing Magic, and so I kind of just stepped away from it my entire time. So I really don't like that. Leave the drama to some other channel, I guess. If the other channels want to do that, they can, but I'm not really like. Here we play Magic. Oh, Barry said, "See you around, Rush. Adios." You know what, Rush? I'm gonna make you feel better, buddy. We've got a modern deck here that has your name on it. Uh-oh, 0 cards. Oh no. Don't do it to me. Don't do it, deck. Come on, MTGO. Show me the cards. Show me the cards. There they are. All right. Let's get these updated. Uh-oh. Anyway, let's jump over to standard. We've got some cards here. Let's get these updated. Updated, and I don't even need to update my pirates. I'm gonna do it anyway. What's wrong with my pirate stack? Why is my pirate stack saying that there's something wrong? I don't know what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What? Alright. There we go. Looks like we're playing around with a Masterpiece, the Scarab God tonight. Show me the cards. That's right. That's right. Show it to me. Chat is cut off a bit at the bottom. Alright. Well, thank you very much. I'll see what I can do there. Looks like I got some emoji stuff pulled up. Get rid of that. I don't want emojis. Bam. Did that help? Did that make things worse? It might have made things worse. Let's see if this helps. Wow, yeah, chat was way up. Still got something to go. Wham. Uh-oh. There we go. What does updating do? So when you update, like when you pull cards from manatraders, like, you know, most of us rent. So when you pull cards from manatraders, sometimes you'll get a different version than the version you have listed there. So you click update and it'll just, like say you have promo fatal pushes, but yet manatrader gave you, you know, regular fatal pushes, or in this case, I had 2 regular the Scarab Gods in here, but manatraders actually gave me a new sponsor, Stickler for Bricks. Man, Barry short-lived, man. Let's get some hypes there with the some golden nuts, emojis, whatever. Let's give some hype to our newest YouTube stream sponsor. Thank you very much, Stickler. Thank you. That's awesome. And anyway, if it gives you, like, say, the Scarab God, I had 2 of these, but yet in my collection I have a different version. You can just click update and it'll pull whichever ones you have in your collection. So, much love for you there, Stickler. Thank you. Stickler here has been a member of the community for quite some time now, and looks like he has decided that he does like this community. He wants to sponsor it. If you want to do the same thing, there should be a sponsor button right there on YouTube Gaming, little green button. You can use your Google monies to sponsor the stream. So, what else could you do to help? Well, you could hit the like button, you could hit, you know, the subscribe button, you can share the videos, a lot of things you can do. You can support on Patreon or PayPal Direct. I am trying to get that set up. So there's a lot of different ways that people have wanted to sponsor or help the channel. So if you've got some other way that you would like to help the channel, and even if that's not monetarily, then just send me an email, sideboardmtg@gmail.com, and let me know what you have on your mind, and we'll see if that that matches up with what we've got planned here. Either way, maybe you want to play all these decks. There's another way you could help yourself and help Sideboardmtg. If you want to sign up for manatraders, we just got renewed for our code. It is no longer 15% for 4 months. Now it is 15% for 3 months, as that was our kind of debut sponsorship code, that extra month there. That is now gone. So all of you that got in on that and got that extra month out of our first sponsorship code, hey, congratulations to you. But for now, it's going to be 15% for the first 3 months. For if you use coupon code Sideboardmtg when you sign up, and any of the links in the description box that take you to manatraders, you can sign up from there, and it'll help actually support the channel when you do sign up. So click the link so that the channel gets a little credit for it, and then use the coupon so that you don't have to pay full price. All right. Stickler for Bricks, man. Our stream boss just took sponsorship. Now he's the stream boss. Let's what do you say we get into this, guys? Hey, much love to you there, man. I appreciate it. All right. Oh, you managed to forget to put. Oh, hey, I managed to forget to put 2 cards in yours somehow. Well, what 2 cards did you forget there? We've got. I'm playing yours 4th, so you'll have to look at the sideboard and tell me what we're missing. Crook of Condemnation. Is that what we're missing? Looks like we're missing crooks. Could be something else, but it looks like we're missing crooks. Missing some kind of graveyard hate. Do we have it in the land base? No, no. Probably until you tell me something else, James, and hopefully I won't miss it. Chat does move fairly quick on me, so I think I just want to throw a couple crooks in the sideboard to deal with like those Scarab God matchups and stuff. Right, crook is right. Seems good. All right, man. And we'll let it roll with that, and we'll look at that as our 4th deck. Our 3rd deck's actually another Minotaur's deck. You guys both ran Blood Rage Brawler. I thought that was pretty cool. Love this card. But first, we're going to be playing for the Hordes. Zambies. Zambies. Man, much love for Zambies. I wish they were just a little bit better in Standard, but yeah. That or Doomfall. You know, with Blue-Red God Pharaoh's Gift in the format, I think I'd rather just have the Crook, man. Yeah, Blue-Red God Pharaoh's Gift, serious deck. All right, so let's talk about this 61 card deck that he sent. I had to check it 2 or 3 times. Yep, 61 cards, 15 card sideboard, and it's not that uncommon to see people run 61. So why no Menace Minotaur? Don't know. We'll talk about that when we get to the Minotaurs. No Radiant Destinies? What? Guys. 4 Radiant Destinies in the first one, and even the second one, 3 Radiant Destinies. Alright? Like, just they are there. Okay? I mean, you got Radiant Destiny and Glory-Bound Initiate. This guy means he wants that Vigilance. Hey, we knew how good that was with Always Watching, right? Just exert for 5 with lifelink every turn. Horde sent me a message about his deck. Hey, look at your last message. Oh man, I got covered up quick, Horde. Hey Eric, thus far the Authority have been running main board in place of the 2 chart, of course. So what do you got in the sideboard here? Man, Authority's so good against the God Pharaoh's Gift or the Combat Celebrant. So what do you got in the sideboard for those? A couple cast outs, Ixalan's Binding, something like that? Just curious. I just made your night, right? We're going to be playing some Minotaurs with Radiant Destiny. It was kind of like the whole point of going to Minotaurs. Like, we talked about it for a little while. It was like, you know, how do we do that? Cast outs? Alright. Cast out looked like it would kind of fit as a, hey, quick, we need a couple cards to put in this spot. 5 cast outs? I need to sell one of those. Give me 0.5 tickets. Anyway. Alright, guys. So, zombies, right? Alright, we've got the Festering Zombie that, you know, when it dies, we can give something a -1/1 counter, which is pretty cool. And then we've got Binding Mummy. When another mummy, when another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, you may tap target artifact or creature. Next we have, of course, here the 2 authorities we just made the move on, and then a couple chart of course, a couple essence scatters, a single search for Escanta. Now this is a huge chunk of non-creature spells for, you know, an aggro deck, but I think we're going to make up for that on our top end, and then we'll talk about that as we get up there. But Wayward Servant. Now this is just going to be one of those drain things. As a zombie enters the battlefield, you lose 1, I gain 1. Nice and simple. Not really complicated. It's not really a lord, but yeah. They're both Mardu. Both of those warriors decks are Mardu, so a little bit of black splashed in, a little white, a little red. So yeah, just a little of the 3. Yeah, the zombies deck looks really sick for the Horde. Here's a great builder. He even built a version of my Mardu Gearhawks that I'm actually impressed with. I liked running it. It was when I was on my Grixis kick and just destroying for weeks in a row. For the Horde with his Mardu was one of the few people to make me lose a game. Not a match, but the game. I'm sorry, Grixis just ran hot for like 5 weeks straight. Anyway, Ammon Eternal. I like this card. And it's a zombie crocodile demon. It's a demon. I do. I bleed Grixis. I do. I have to actually stop myself from playing more Grixis colored decks. It's like, well, I want to play red and blue, but I need black. I got to be able to kill stuff. So, anyway, Lord of the Accursed. Guys, I don't know if you know it or not, but the Scarab God makes anything a zombie. When you start bringing them back as 4/4s that you can pay 2 mana and give them menace, oh my goodness, we're talking about some serious work getting done right here. All right, next we've got it's Anthem and Lord time and token time. So Liliana is going to be just spitting out the tokens. We've got Liliana's Mastery because, I mean, we know she's a master at bringing back zombies. So this will just give you 2 zombies and make them all 3/3s or 5/5s, depending on which zombies you're talking about. So if we're making 2/2 zombies or 4/4 zombies, you know, that's going to be some good times right there. And then, of course, the god of the zombies right here. I mean, if Liliana was ever going to be with someone who wasn't a planeswalker, yeah, this would be her guy right here, the Scarab God. And then, of course, a single Vanquisher's Banner because, I mean, come on, we need another Anthem, and who doesn't want to draw extra cards? So I like what you've done here for the Horde. I hope it runs really well. I think it's pretty good. We've even got like a couple of zombie creators here in the mana base, so if we have to do that, we can, you know, sack this desert, and we can sack it to some of our other deserts for effects, and that would give us an extra zombie there. Now in the sideboard, we've got a couple negates, Moment of Craving as a 3 of, 2 crooks, which, you know, we were just talking about crook earlier, great card. Now, if you come up against a white deck, a lot of times they're using that enchantment style removal, you know, like Ixalan's Binding or Cast Out, which we have here. These Forsake the Worldlies are great, and if you're even in a game where you've brought these in for the sideboard and your opponent's not hitting their removal, yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Second is Lost Legacy. No, James, I did not. I actually haven't had a whole lot of chance at looking at the deck, but I just noticed, I was like, man, up here in the top of the votes, we have 2 Minotaurs decks. So I thought I wanted to just go ahead and run the second. But a couple copies of Lost Legacy because, let's face it, as long as the approach is around and you're in a black deck or a deck that can cast it, you pretty much just have to have it. We all know that this is not what we want to be able to answer approach with, but this will do it. This will do the job. And, you know, 3 mana is not a bad price to pay for a Memoricide effect. We paid 4 mana for Memoricide, but they never had a chance at actually drawing extra cards out of it. And that's the reason I don't necessarily like this one. It'll actually replace a threat if you ripped it out of their hand. And then, of course, you know, the bindings and the cast out that I spoke of. And 1 River's Rebuke. Yeah, I like this. What's up? It's the Pet of the God. It's the pet of the god. Yeah, we'll get to the Minotaurs in a little bit here. Guys, we're on zombies. We're on zombies. We'll get to Minotaurs shortly. I even got 2 Minotaur decks because I know you guys wanted to see Minotaurs. You upvoted both of those decks. So yeah, we'll play both the Minotaurs, and I guess I really didn't mention this part, but one of our decks is a modern deck. Rush here actually got a lot of votes on his Grixis Winds and his modern deck, so I let him choose whether or not he wanted the modern deck or the Grixis Winds. They both had quite a few votes on them, and he said, hey, play the modern deck. The Grixis Winds is just kind of something they threw together anyway, and he would like to see the modern deck get played. So we're going to be playing this Lifesteal Blood Bond deck. And when I say Blood Bond, it's Blood Bond is a nickname for an old combo with Sanguine Bond and Exquisite Blood. So Exquisite Blood says whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life, and Sanguine Bond says whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So yeah. Rush, we play standard here. He's trying to get me into modern, and right now, since we are at the end of a block, I'm allowing it. Like, this is kind of when we want to just kind of have a little fun, right? We've got 2 weeks till Dom hits, everything goes haywire, and people start all losing the red deck while they're trying to figure out the format. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm going to be playing my blue-red God Pharaoh's Gift. I think the more people that are trying to explore with the new format, it's just going to open up about a 2-3 week period until everybody figures things out. Well, I think we're going to show you that. I think we're going to show you that modern's not fun. No offense, Rush, but taking these tier 2 or tier 3 decks into modern on Magic Online, when most of the community can rent and things like that, flat rate, just play all the decks. Which, like I said, guys, Sideboardmtg 15, manatraders, save yourself some money, rent cards, play all the decks. Like, don't be worried that you're taking a weak deck into modern, because that's don't tell me what to do. No yelling, Rush. Anyway, well, we will play a little bit of modern, but for right now, we're gonna worry about this Esper's Zombies deck, and I'm gonna go jump into a game here. Oh yeah, we got an opponent waiting on us. Yonko. Yonko's ready. You guys ready? I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Are you ready for the Horde? Are you ready for the Horde? Salvette's like, wrench. I need to do that. I need to make a wrench emoji for all of the, I guess, oh my goodness. I'll have to check after this and see if we got a new emoji thanks to our, we were either 1 or 2 away from getting a new emoji slot. And if we do, I already have the coffee cup ready and built and just ready to slap in there, and you guys will have your emoji, your coffee cup emoji. So, can we keep this? I mean, we have no pressure. I think I need to mulligan it. It's just too many lands and no pressure. Ouch. That hurt. That hurt bad, but we do have a 1-drop. Man. I want to keep it, but this is not a 1-land deck. Alright, that's keepable. That is keepable. Binding Mummy might not be the greatest here, but I can also just sit back on Festering Mummy for a turn or 2 and counter. I think I'm going to put it on the bottom, though. I would either rather like pull a good basic land so that we can turn 2, but it looks like we're going to be going like turn 2 Festering Mummy, and then we'll have to wait till turn 3 before we can do anything. Yeah, I couldn't really keep that per se. So we play this, and he has to kill the goblin before he can play something else, which is pretty cool. A search for Azcanta. Alright, well. You and your brother talked about Esper zombies, but you never built it. Okay. What was your idea behind it? Like, I wanted to make some now you can play land Kinra. Yeah. That's what I expected. This isn't horrible. I do think that we just have to get there, so this on-crop crasher is going to start making us take 5 per turn. It's going to be bad. It's going to be very bad. Oh, he doesn't have the on-crop. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Doesn't have it. Oh, that's so good. So is he just on burn? Do we get to untap? It's Zev. Yeah. Ooh, put that in the graveyard? I think not. Well, I mean, having some 3/3 zombies is going to be very helpful. But we are 1 land away from that. I am going to have to pitch some stuff to get there. We'll let this bow mat hit. And I guess I will scatter this Kinra. That'll save a little bit of damage, but still taking 6 a turn here. So put us at 9, and here we go. Land. Oh, yes. Do not put that in the grave. So, we'll see if we can stabilize here. May be possible, may not be. He may just be able to lightning strike, lightning strike, lightning strike. Jackson Evans, what's up? Why not run Dunes of the Dead? You get a zombie token when you sack it to Ifnir. It's in here. There is Dunes of the Dead in here. Another moderator handled it. Yeah. Yep, he had a lightning strike. Burned us. So do I take 5 and he wants to sack it anyway? I think I kill what I can for now. Yeah. Your favorite land in Standard? I actually like Grasping Dunes with like Marauder. Like I think that's just a cool little combo. What do we have? A land. Yeah, we're putting that in the graveyard. We need action. Binding Mummy. Binding Mummy's not horrible. So Binding Mummy this turn. I still can't attack and then use Ifnir next turn. We do need to stabilize here, and I am worried about him going land hazard. Well, looks like we're not going to go land hazard, but he is trying to dump his hand here. Oh, and a braid on my Binding Mummy. No. I don't think he has hazard because he was really willing to sacrifice. Wow, he keeps just wanting to go, hey, let me just go ahead and sack it now. So I take the 3, go to 2, force the sack on the bow mat. Force the sack on the bow mat. If he doesn't have shock, then might be alive for a moment. Because we can... Oh, okay. Okay. Dunes of the Dead. No, we're not going to put that in the graveyard. We're going to draw it. And then I'm going to tap it, tap black, tap black. We'll go... We'll just get rid of... Yeah, we'll block Karizev here. Or we'll use this on Karizev. Get rid of the Dunes. Justin Clay sponsorship. Oh my goodness, that's 2 today. This is that's awesome. Justin, thank you so much, man. Everyone, let's you know the drill. Welcome Justin to the sponsorship. Much love. Absolutely. He's like all my emojis. Well, we will fix that last one. We'll get that coffee time emoji up here in just a few. Alright, so now I can block Ragabond and Fanatical Firebrand, but that's it. So, yeah. Second Firebrand and we die. You are right. Like, we are dead to so many things. We're dead to Shock. We're dead to Firebrand, Bomat Courier. Dead to a ton of stuff. Wow. Alright. We're dead to that. Yep, dead to that. Making it small enough that Earthshaker Kenra could get in. Wow. Got me, opponent. Got me. I mean, we did mulligan to 5, so... How do you sponsor, fellas? You want to as well? There should be a sponsor button there on YouTube, so... Let's, I guess I can show you guys that. If you're on YouTube Gaming, I think this is me. This should be our live show. Watch this. I'm about to get feedback. Is it muted? Yeah, it's muted. Look at that. 17, 18 likes, guys, right? And that's us. That's us right there. Hey. Anyway, there should be a big blue sponsor, or big green blue. Green, teal, whatever sponsor button right there. Click that. That's how you sponsor. There should also be like a check or something there. I can't see it from my side, but there should be a check there if you guys want to subscribe, things like that. So let's jump into the next game. Yeah, well, I mean, we were against red deck. That's kind of what red deck does. Like, if your deck chokes or stumbles, red deck capitalizes. And it's just kind of, that's red deck. And I mean, that's just red deck. I don't think Search for Azcanta is going to be fast enough against red deck. Charter Course is going to be pretty good. Essence Scatter is going to be pretty good. I don't think we have a way to actually kill Hazoret. So once, if we don't have in the Essence Scatters, we're not killing Hazoret. So it might be Charter Course that I want to get rid of. Now, I think that Amit's going to be awesome, so yeah. Yeah, go to YouTube Gaming and, yeah, just YouTube Gaming. You know what? There should be a link. Can we put this in chat? Will it allow us to put a YouTube link in chat? Bam. I don't know if you can click it, but there you go. That should take you to the YouTube Gaming side of it if you can click it. So, I know one more sponsor. We have the spot for a next emoji, but so I just really wanted to bring those in. This was a 61 card deck, so you know this is where we're at. So I'll go ahead and submit, and we'll see what happens. Let's jump over to community. All right. So we've got absolutely just unlocked a new emoji. Awesome. I'll work on that in just a moment. We'll see if we can have it by the end of the stream. So this looks like a pretty sweet hand. Okay, I know we're against red deck, but we've got a mummy, we've got a turn 2, a turn 3, and we only need one land to start making this sure that the turn 3 goes off without a hitch. So we'll start with our Drowned Catacombs, pass the turn, and go. Where's my coffee cup? It's right here. I got it. Oh man, now I am certifiable. I just asked myself a question and answered it. It's okay to talk to yourself. You just can't answer yourself. All right. Yep, certifiable now. It's your fault, Lamp. I was good till I started talking to you. Where? I wonder if I saved it in coffee time. I can't remember where I saved the cup. Okay, hey, we hit a land for our turn 3. I mean, he magma sprayed our dude, but hey, whatever. We've got a 5/5. What? Adrian, thank you for subscribing, sir. Thank you. If I sponsor now, then stop sponsoring, but keep the Patreon going. Can I keep my emojis? Unfortunately, Patreon and YouTube, it's two different sides of things. So either one is an option for you guys to sponsor with. I wish that YouTube had a way that I could send a notification directly to my sponsors only. So if you do sponsor, make sure that you at least follow, like publicly follow my Patreon. You don't have to donate there, but if you follow it, then do I just swing for? I think I do. But if you do follow it, you'll be able to see the notifications for when coffee time goes up. So, like, sponsors are 100% allowed into coffee time. I'm not playing anything else this turn, and that Bomat's gonna get out of hand. Oh, yeah. Well, the flood is not a problem. I kind of want to go to 5 or 6 lands. You know, we've got Vanquisher's Banner, we've got Liliana. Actually, the 5-drops in this deck are huge. There's so many 5-drops. That kind of makes it a little bit bothersome. Liliana's Mastery off the top would just be sweet. Alright, well, since that's not going to happen, let's get a banner down, and then like next turn we can start playing Liliana, and you know, making 3/3s, which I think I'm racing here. 7, 8. Man, I am losing this race. We're losing this race hard. I mean, On-Crop Crasher makes sure that I can't block anyway. No point in not swinging, right? Am I salty? Am I salty? Am I salty? What? Yeah, the flood has definitely been a little real. I am a savage. Tempest and Cigarille. What? Cigarille cigars? Well, we are so dead for the Horde. I hate that we met our. I don't think it's your deck not liking me. I think it was red deck just ran over us. I mean, we did we put a 2-drop down. We put a 3-drop down. We did miss turn 4. We did not get to do anything on turn 4. And then we played 5-drop, and we're ready to play another 5-drop. So I don't. You can say you don't think it's my deck, but I don't think the deck's very well suited versus red deck. I mean, the sheer number of 5-drops means that you are going to be a slow deck. I mean, looking at the deck, looks like, you know, we're hoping to turn 1 Festering Mummy, turn 2 play one of these mummies, or hold up for an Essence Scatter, Chart a Course, something like that. It's this is a weak card. Minding Mummy is really, really weak. There's no artifacts you really want to tap. without the ability to really bring in zombies at instant speed, other than, you know, the Scarab God, I don't find Binding Mummy as being like all that great. So honestly, I would cut a couple Binding Mummies and let's look at some standard zombies here. Like, if we're gonna talk about this deck and like what's going on with it. Alright, so I just need Zambi. And we'll click standard, and we want white, blue, black, right? Colorless. Are there any colorless Zambies? No colorless Zambies. This is a card you should highly consider, especially since you're not running anything like Vraska's Contempt. You don't actually have a good way to deal with anything, and 4 mana to make a zombie late game might not be a bad plan either. Also, it'll let you, you know, exile something from the graveyard, so you might want to think about some nevers. I actually like never. Time to Reflect. I always wanted to play with this, but it's not overall that great, but it is Path to Exile in a zombie deck. That blocked or was blocked by a zombie, so you swing with your zombie, they block with the Scarab God, and you exile it before the Scarab God kills it. So Binding Mummy is Greta. It's a good card. Like, Binding Mummy's okay, but I think that you can get away with just some better zombies. I kind of want to say that a zombie deck should maybe be a little bit more aggro, and you know, that's just my thoughts on it. Inno Catcher's Name's a decent card, but not exactly what, you know, I would want to play with. There's just not a lot of like great zombies right now. 2 for 2 is not bad with a flick, so like, yeah, it's gonna do some things, but no reason to not be running to not be running Dread Wanderer and Plague Belcher. Throw in Supernatural Staminas and put in some counters, the Dread Wanderer, and use Supernatural Stamina on it. Or if none in hand, return from the graveyard. Yeah, I can see where you're going with that. Guys, no advertising for tobacco here, right? Yeah. The Nick Cage Human is pretty decent. What's the Nick Cage Human? What is that, Silvetti? The Wretched Camel is where you want to be. Wretched Camel. Wretched Camel, guys. 2 mana, 2/1. When it dies, if you control a desert or there's a desert card in your graveyard, target player discards a card. This is actually not that bad. Like, it's not that bad. It ain't that bad. It's pretty cool. I mean, like, there's not other zombies, and there's not many camels that we could use. Personally, I think that one of the more powerful zombies we could be using, and it's mainly because of its recursion, it would be Dread Wanderer. Okay, so I actually thought that route as well, to just cut some of the, like, say, Search for Azcanta. I don't like Search for Azcanta in this deck. Like, I would cut Search for Azcanta for sure. Maybe put it in the sideboard when you want to be controlling in, like, you know, those games where you're trying to slow down. But the deck definitely doesn't have the speed to race. Like, you're planning on hitting, you know, five mana and then start outbuilding. So you're really looking for that late game build up. So yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of 5-drops here. Liliana's Mastery, great 5-drop, does a lot to the board the turn it comes down. So Salvete, I missed it. I gotta go back and read it. Salvete said, the guy that dies and makes a zombie looks like Nick Cage. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we have here. So maybe it is Radiant Destiny just giving you a little bit more, but that cuts down on the creature count a little bit, like even more. Authority seems good, and it's probably good in a lot of decks, but I don't know if, like, that's exactly where we want to be. There's a bunch of zombie 2/2s for 2. I mean, Binding Mummy's one of them. You know, Mummy Paramount. This one's not that great. You know, it buffs your dudes where, you know, making them not have blockers is probably just better. Maybe it is Radiant Destiny. Maybe it's just Binding Mummy. Maybe that's what we're stuck with, that our best 2 mana mummy is either a Wayward Servant or a Binding Mummy, and that might be one of the issues with mummies, zombies. I keep saying mummies, don't I? Zombies in general. Well, the white ones, they're mummies. They're zombies, but they're mummies. So, mommy. Right? Why won't the cup upload? Did I make it? The image. Choose an image that's smaller than 1 megabyte. Oh man, it's horrible. I want to get you guys your emoji. Well, all right. Yeah, maybe it is just Binding Mummy. Maybe there's just not, you know, a better card in the. What I do? Yeah, maybe there's just not a better card to fit in the slot. Which might be a real problem. So, like, maybe we just need to wait on... Wow, we missed a bunch of stuff. Chart a Course out for Radiant Destiny. So, Chart a Course, Radiant Destiny. And, so yeah, we'll go Radiant. Like, I kind of like the Radiant Destinies. I mean... When your mummies start getting like tons and tons of value and you have like these token producers and things like that, that's going to be huge. I mean, just Lord after Lord after Lord. We see it with the Vampires deck, and it's really, really good. So you could arcanely adapt any blue, black, or white creature into a mummy deck. This is true, but then you end up playing a 3-mana spell that does nothing the turn that it comes in. So, so you're saying Belcher. Now, I'm a big fan of the Belcher. That's the one that they lose a life whenever you like lose a zombie or something like that. Plague Belcher, right? Did I spell Plague right? There's no way I spelled Plague right. Okay, fine. We'll just go back to zombies. There's Amit Eternal. There's the Bat. Where's the Plague Belcher? There he is. That's it. Okay, B-E-L. My bad. Menace 5/4 that doesn't just get smaller. It enters the battlefield with put 2/1/1 counters on target creature you control. So you can 2 neg-1/1 counters. So you kill a zombie, it sees that zombie die, you gain a life, and now you have 5/4 for 3 mana. That's kind of where Amit Eternal is. So you know, I can see that. Menace is great, but so is Afflict. I think in this deck that there was just kind of that option there, one or the other. Destiny over the Banner. So instead of the other Banner here to draw cards, you guys are thinking just one more Destiny. All right, so our curve has gotten even worse, and there is no 4-drop in the curve. There's nothing in the curve. Put a counter on Dread Wanderer. You don't have Dread Wanderer in the deck, right? So, like, Plague Belcher, there's no Dread Wanderer. Now, you could put, you know, neg-1/1 counters on your 1/1 and then end up putting a neg-1/1 counter on something else. So, that would work. But I actually think that right now with the Firebrands and things like that, people are just easily going to be able to play around a Festering Mummy, and I would rather have a more aggressive creature that was a little bit harder to deal with. So I really do like Dread Wanderer over the Mummy, which means that you've got even less removal now. Like, this deck has almost no removal, which means that it should be casting creatures non-stop, and only having 4 1-drop creatures is a little bit hard to be aggro with. I mean, ever since we lost Crypt Breaker, it just kind of really hurt the archetype. So, like, I don't think that there's like a good build that we can be working with. So maybe not. I don't know. we'll see. I like maybe something will come in the next couple sets before things start rotating out, and we'll get some more use out of Dread Wanderer. Maybe zombies will come back, but I just think that zombies right now have been put on the back burner a little bit. So, yeah, there's no removal. There's almost no ways to interact, and you know, the more like cards like Authority, those like that should be in the sideboard. To give you more like interaction with multiple decks instead of just one thing. Like, well, Jeremiah, like we were just saying, like at this point the deck doesn't have room for more creatures. The deck actually needs more interaction, and I also don't think the deck needs 26 lands. Yes, we're going to try to hit these 5 lands here, or these 5 drops, but I don't think the deck needs 26 lands. I think you got a little bit of room there. Probably get away with 20, 25, 24, something like that. I would test more at 24, and if you just felt that it was just way too small, maybe go from there, jump up to a little bit more. But I do think that this this deck is just missing some pieces. Like again, a lot of people have tried zombies, and for the Horde, I'm gonna say, you know, much props to you for trying to build some stuff with zombies. It's just, I think that there's just too many pieces missing, bro. But I do like the effort. I like what you tried here, and I don't know if Radiant Destiny is the right call or not. I mean, there's already so many lords. You've got you know, Lord of the Accursed. You've got the Mastery, and now Radiant Destiny. That might not be bad. Maybe where you want to be, but then again, it might not. So, you know, let's see what I can do here. Where is that cup? Cup, where are you, Cup? And I can't find it. I cannot find it. I had it just a moment ago. Oh, that's right, I put it in coffee time. Of course I did. We're gonna try to scale it real quick. We're gonna see if that helps. We'll do video editing here. Let you guys see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to take this cup, and I'm just going to try to scale it. So I'm just going to make it much smaller because it's got to be an emoji. I think it needs to be under 520. There it be. There it be. And now I will just copy. I think I'm just going to do this. I think I just need to paste it to a new layer, right? Hey, if I'm doing this wrong, guys, somebody let me know. How do I do layer to image size? I'm afraid that if I just export like this, that we'll just have this like itty bitty emoji. So I might have to go back and like play with it later, but I'm gonna see if this works right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I just made your images ratio exceeds the mic. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually reduce the entire image. My bad, guys. Champion of Wits would be nice. It might be just to give you some stuff to throw into the graveyard. Maybe. Can we scale the whole image? Sorry to make you guys wait on this. It just seems like something I thought would be cool, and I guess it probably is not going to be. Can we scale the entire image? Alpha to section. Remove the alpha oh no. That's not what I want to do. That's not even close to what I want to do. How do you scale the entire image, guys? Image, scale the image. Hey, is this it? I think it is. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Might have got there. Hey. That will work. That will work. So now we've got cup emoji. Sorry, I really don't know how to do all this stuff. I pretty much just kind of wing it, figure all this stuff out as I go. It's like, how do we make emojis? Well, I don't know. I don't know how to make emojis. Sure. Alright, so custom badge. Upload a badge. Cup emoji. Oh no, it cut the edges off. Alright, well, that's what we've got for now. You guys play with that. We're going to jump into our modern deck here and go from there. So we've got this Life Thief deck here. As far as the zombies go, last thing on the zombies, I mean, I know I said it like half a dozen times there, but yeah. Wow, why does that keep doing that? Yeah, the coffee cup looks all broken, so I'll have to scale it some more and play around with it. But yeah, yeah, was waiting on it. You was waiting on that coffee cup emoji. Well, I'll have to play with it. We'll scale it down a little bit more. But for now, you guys got your emoji. Thank you for Justin and Stickler for Bricks for joining in with that, and then all the sponsors before them, of course. So, didn't know you. Didn't know how to use Reddit until a minute ago, right? You know, I can't say much. I can't say much. We just wing things here. Will I save the deck? Will I save the deck there? I can if you want me to save it like where we have right now, but man, honestly, I wouldn't try to run this anywhere. Hey, Zane, don't. I'm talking to you for the Horde. Zane, man. Don't run zombies right now. Nah. Everybody's got board sweepers. Everybody's got all of that. Will Winter, thank you for subscribing. Everybody's got board sweepers. Everybody's worried about this GPG deck that you have to basically sweep on 3 before they can actually get their gate down. Things like that. It's ridiculous. So, play black-white vampires, right? Exactly. If you want to play a tribe, it's hard to beat this right here. I mean, we're looking at only 13 creatures, but everything in the deck 2-for-1s. I mean, you're spending 3 mana to throw down, you know, a 5-powered guy, but yet the entire deck's built full, like just full of anthems like Radiant Destiny, and you've got your Zombie Lord where they have Legion's Lieutenant. Like, Vampires is just stronger. The zombies just naturally have lifelink, things like that. Or sorry, the vampires naturally have lifelink. You have great answers, and this is kind of in your colors. You could probably build Esper vampires better than Esper zombies right now, and just have a more competitive deck. So, everything zombies does, everyone has answers for. That's a very good way to put it, James. I would say that you're right. Next plan, run 4-color zombies. Dude, it doesn't work as 3-color zombies. Like, what's the fourth color of zombie? I mean, if you're gonna run 4-color zombies, you might as well just run like 4-color Kinras or something. You know, Doom, like Champion of Wits, and the guy who makes people discard and stuff. I forget his name, but I'm sure he's right here in the 3-drops. Why can't I think of him? Dream Stealer, yeah. I mean, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. Red zombies. Zombies are in red. I'm gonna have to move on from this zombie deck. Like, well, you could play some Heart Piercer Minotaur and start throwing zombies at people. I know Rush would like that. Wildfire Eternal. Oh, I get what you're doing. You just want to get back into Afflict. There's probably you might actually do better because you might open your doors to more zombie interactions. And if you did do that, make sure you put in the that new land that you can just call zombies and it'll tap for any color mana. I think that you might actually get some success out of that. Like if you are going to go 4 colors, 4 creatures, then you can be based out of like black and still be able to like splash your others and stuff like that. So GPG with zombie synergies would be viable. Probably not. Like right now, GPG, that deck is so fast that I don't think that I would even go. I would even try for breaking it down or trying to go slower with it. Like the deck is silly fast. So I personally think that Vampires is probably the strongest of the tribes overall versus all of the meta. However, the strongest against certain decks would probably be dinosaurs, like Teamer dinosaurs, whereas even Merfolk has its advantages against certain strategies. And I've won quite a few games with my silly little Pirates deck. I mean, it's just a sweet little deck that, you know, runs things like Grasping Dunes and Warkite Marauders. So if you guys are trying to get into the tribes, remember, Wizards really push these 4 tribes, and by pushing these tribes, they hurt some of the other tribes pretty hard. You know, one of the best honorary zombies is Metallic Mimic too, so you know that's something else to think about if you just need another body. Metallic Mimic's not that bad either, but Metallic Mimic is a 2/1 that dies to Fanatical Firebrand, like so many other cards. So. Brandon Hall, the lifelink ability of Vampires tends to steal games from your... It does. It just gets away from things. And Brandon Hall here, I bet he has played a ton of Vampires. He's a big Arena fan. Like, so for those of you that don't know Brandon, he's been playing Arena a lot. Streams it a little bit. And when he's not hanging out here, of course. Anyway, but Brandon plays a lot of the Vampires and stuff, so... yeah, I mean, it's just a lifelink, man. The blue-red is not a big deal. You're saying the blue-red gift deck's not a big deal? Okay. Okay. I respect your opinion. I disagree, but I respect your opinion. Decks that can kill you on turn 4 are big deals. You hiccup and then all of a sudden you're just dead. That's a big deal. That's even when it's jank that is that consistent, man. Yeah, I'll just disagree that. I think the blue-red is actually going to warp our meta. It attacks from a direction that people are not used to attacking with. I mean, you can't tap out. So your meta seems to not have adopted it yet. Then you are lucky, James. If no one has showed up with it, then maybe you should. Awesome. Guys, he went all out with this one. This is another modern deck by Rush. So lately, if you guys haven't been wanting to see me play modern, you're gonna have to take it up with Rush. He's made me play 2 modern decks. He voted. Actually, it's all your fault. Y'all voted for this thing. Look, I thought we were standard, guys. You cut me deep. You cut me deep. I thought we were standard. But you know what? We're manatraders. We'll play anything. So, I'm gonna say that, and somebody's gonna be like, Eric, play this legacy deck. Play this vintage deck. Yeah, well, we could if we needed to. Manatraders has that stuff available for us, so. Oh no, somebody said I don't play disc golf. Well, I'll have to show him. He'll have to be at the park here soon. Anyway, this deck's all about gaining life and making that life gain actually hurt the opponent. We've got a ton of creatures to play with. We've got a ton of ways to to get our black or white mana, I really like the Caves of Koilos in this deck because you can actually just create a mana to start your combo. Now, one of the problems with assembling the exquisite blood bond combo is sometimes you will trigger it, but you will not actually have a way to, or you will have the combo down but not actually have a way to trigger it. And when you have something like Caves of Koilos that can just cause the chain reaction to start, that is great. That's it. All you have to do is tap a mana and say you're dead. So that part's pretty cool, and hopefully we'll get to play around with that a little bit. We've got some cool cards that got some play when they were in Standard that don't get as much play anymore. Like this is Celestial Healer. Now, whenever this or another ally enters the battlefield, you're under your control, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. Now, personally, I don't understand why this is not Blood Artist. Maybe the healer is just better. I mean, we do have an ally. This is not an ally. Suture Priest is not an ally. This is not an ally. Not an ally. Not an ally. Ally. So we've got ally, ally. That's it. So I actually think Blood Artist. Why? Oh, yeah. Still checked for Standard. I think Blood Artist might be the better route to go. It's the same price. Now, you're not going to have a body off of it. This is a 1/2, whereas Blood Artist is just a 0/1, but that's not really the plan here. I mean, the plan is just to get this chain reaction going. So whenever Blood Artist or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. The effect here is enters the battlefield under your control. So if you don't have a way to sack things, then I can understand why you don't want that. But you know, Blood Artist is kind of the one that I always fall back on, and I say, you know, this is a Blood Artist effect. But this is actually enters, whereas Blood Artist is leaves. So we'll play with it, but I do want you guys to kind of keep Blood Artist in mind. Looks like I just removed a card from the deck. Did I remove a Suture Priest? No, I did not. What did I remove from the deck? Oh no! Oh no! Wow. Alright. I got this. I got this. Whatever, was it a Desecration Demon? I think it was. Okay. Whatevers. We're good now. Yeah, I'd removed a demon. There we go. Anyway, Desecration Demon, this got a lot of play. This got a little play in Standard for a little while. I mean, they had to have Languish to get rid of it, so pretty serious card. I don't know what happened to my chat. I can't see you guys. Message held for review. You don't want your creatures to die. Understood. So you're more of like Soul Sisters then. Alright. Understood. So you're like a Soul Sister Sanguine Bond deck. There's a lot of people that actually like that archetype, so I got you. I got you. A lot of times we don't want our creatures to die, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes it just happens. Either way, we're going to jump into our modern game here, and I'll grab this Life Thief deck. You have them all in your Markov deck, plus Impact Trimmers. Impact Trimmers, isn't that whenever a creature enters the battlefield, like you do a +1/1, like you do 1 damage to your opponent or something like that? I want to say I played Impact Trimmers in a crazy little jank deck. Posting a coffee cup to Reddit now. Try it out. That's cool. Alright. Well, I mean, I can cast my healer. I have the mana for Verdict. It's not horrible. We hit a white mana or a white land, white mana producer, then we're going to be kind of okay. Spark Elemental. Ouch. Ouch. I mean, we're going to get hit by ball lightning too. Alright, well. For some of us that for some of us that don't know Modern. Read the cards before you play them. Okay. Well, Geth's Verdict says instant speed edict. Do I need to explain what an edict is? An edict is when you force the opponent to sacrifice a creature. This one happens to be pretty decent because you can force them to sacrifice a creature and they lose 1 life. Now, this is not standard, so I mean this is standard legal, so you guys should know what Cabal does, but whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, that player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. The Emissary says at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. Tainted Sigil says tap, sacrifice Tainted Sigil, you gain life equal to the total life lost by all players this turn. The Healer, when an ally enters the battlefield, the opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And then of course part of our combo here, target whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. So that is that's the play. I don't want to give him a chance to play anything else. I just want him to go ahead and sacrifice that Grim Lavamancer, and yeah, we'll move on in. Posted officially now over on the Reddit. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, that don't have the glow. That don't have, like, doesn't look centered. I don't know. Thanks though, man. I do appreciate that. I have the cup I wanted. I have already spent the time to alter the cup that I wanted, so it's the same one I used for the thumbnail, and then I cut everything out of it. So I will use it. I can always work on it. Alright, so is he just going to pass? Is this just burn? I think it is. I think it's just burn. Well, we'll try to gain a life here and see if that helps us. Sweet. We can make Burn's life hard. I'm good with that. I am good with that. He's gonna burn me for 4. Oh, all right. So he Boros charmed me. Searing Blaze. That hurt. You hurt me. Cut me deep, opponent. Cut me deep. So the reason I'm playing Cabal here is because it's a gain 2 life effect, and if he does have burn, he needs to use some of them right now. Otherwise, we are going to start gaining a little bit of life as he tries to burn us out. So that is the plan. I expect this to just get lightning bolted, but if he does cast the lightning bolt on it, Rift Bolt entered the exile zone. So he's got 1 turn to get rid of this. Okay. Any land off the top wouldn't be horrible. As long as your devotion to white and black is less than 7, it isn't a creature. Isn't a creature. Whenever another creature you own dies, return it to your hand unless your opponent pays 3 life. I don't think I can play it right now. I think I have to Suture Priest, which is not great. I don't want to be at a multiple of 9 here, because that's burn 3, burn 3, burn 3, and you're just done for. So I don't really want to be there, but hey, That's what we gotta do. That's all what we gotta do. I wonder if it's safe to swing. I think I can. Yeah, I think I can. So he'll cast this, I assume deal with Cabal. And yep, he is dealing with Cabal. And he's going to Skull Crack, so I cannot gain life. Alright. But I did gain life off the Skull Crack itself. That's not too horrible. I mean, we are still at 8, though, so, I mean, Well, let's see what he's got here. Alright. So, it enters tap, but we gain a life. That's not horrible. I wonder if he has a creature as his last card. Maybe I should just be trying to get the Athos down. Yes, use the ability. I would love to gain a life. We'll find out. All right, we're gonna try the coffee cup one more time here. Where's my cup emoji? Still says it's too big. Oh, come on. Come on. Alright, well there's the Rift Bolt. He's going for the burn here. Gain a little life. Isolated Chapel. Well. So, like, this is our best hope right here. Bam. He loses some life. We gain life. I mean, Exquisite Bond is not a bad card. And he scoops to the Bond. Wow. Wow. I mean, we're supposed to be a red deck, but scooping to Bond seems... Woo. Alright, so I think I want Phyrexian Unlife here. Norn Xanax. I remember this card. Yeah, this card's actually really good. I mean, creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control. He might have creatures, though. Unlife seems good. Seems like there's a ton of 3 mana cards, 4 mana cards in this deck to be a modern deck. But hey, that may be all right. I mean, we could be okay with that. So, is there anything else we want to bring in here? I don't think so. So, I mean, maybe Surgicals, just pull like all of his Rift Bolts or something like that out. I like the Phyrexian Life and stuff like that here. What do you guys think? You think we need anything else here? I'm a little on the fence about it, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, I think we just run like this. Coffee cup looks better now, though. So, can we keep scavenger grounds? Like, we got a soul sister. We can get into Phyrexian Unlife. We hit a black land. We're in here. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we can take this. All right, you guys, let me know what you think about the coffee time there, or the cup. Is chat not moving? Why? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, chat. Oh, man, come on. Leyline of punishment in your opening hand. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. Well, how do we beat that? Alright, so we'll play our Soul Sister here. And then just start playing dudes for the next couple turns. I mean, we'll play Hydra or Celestial Healer. Wow. Alright. Alright. I'm going to say, yep. I would like to... Wow, Goblin God. Can't gain life, so... Scoop time, right? Do we just scoop to this? I mean, do we? Disenchant is white. Yeah, I don't think I brought anything in that can deal with... Like, there's nothing in the deck that can deal with that with an enchantment. Like, there's no card in the entire deck that can deal with an enchantment. So, yeah. Next time we're looking at Cabal, which is not bad. I mean, I'm not giving up. I mean, we do have creatures. Yeah. I'm just gonna play the Cabal because even though we can't gain life, or we can't, yeah, we can't gain life, he can still lose life. That's right, opponent. We's attacking. We've got 21 life right now, so we might be able to get ahead of him. See, I'm not. What? Phyrexian on life plus Salinity means you can't lose the game. Exactly. I didn't bring in the Salinity. I get the combo. I actually like that deck in Modern. Saffron Olive played it for a while. You know, the Salinity combo deck. But I don't think that's exactly where... Like, maybe it is exactly where we want it to be. Maybe I should have blocked that Goblin God. Well, that's not the coolest thing in the world. It's not. It's just not. Got another burn? Lightning Bolt? I mean, if he had Lightning Bolt, wouldn't he have done it before? I think he would have. Sure. Okay, so he's at 11. You think it is important? Okay, well. Modern makes you relive every broken card. That's about right. That is about right. As long as I have 0 or less life, all damage is dealt to you in a source of infect. So now he has to burn me for 10 more. So I'm gonna go black, black. No, I don't have any life to pay for this, so I can't even activate that. I mean, he's probably going to have to start sacrificing creatures. Alright, so Desecrator Demon is lethal. Okay, alright. Yeah, I think the Demon is the way to go here. He scooped it up. That's right. That's right. You're a life gain deck, huh? He said that in chat. You're a life gain deck, right? Right? We're a life gain deck. They just beat you down. Beat down. That's so good. Wow. I'm gonna say, hey, you know, your life gain deck didn't need to gain life, right? And you guys were like, scoop, scoop, just scoop. Your life gain deck, you can't even gain life. You can't even stop damage, just scoop. That was pretty good. Rush, we couldn't have top decked it. We couldn't have played it if you hadn't have put it in the deck. So good on you. The fact that the deck doesn't have to go off to be able to fight is pretty good. He had a turn 1 Minister, a turn 2 or Monastery Swift Spirit. Turn 1 Taylor Swift, turn 2 Taylor Swift Spear, and then you know, turn 3 Goblin Guide. I mean, he fed us the lands with the Goblin Guide, but hey, that's what burn does, right? So that was pretty good. That was no, it's not really black-white allies. It's somewhere of a mix. It looks to me like if I was just going to look at the deck, and again, I'm not a modern aficionado or whatever that word is. I don't know nothing about modern. Whatever word means, I don't know nothing about. I'm a modern dumb. Anyway, when it comes to modern, I'm not the greatest, but this looks like a Soul Sisters deck that is also a Sanguine Bond deck that has, you know, the Solemnity, Phyrexian Unlife, Norn Annex, like just a whole bunch of taxes and stuff like that. So you fixed it with, yeah, but if you didn't put the shadowing behind, look, I'll make my emoji, man. I put a test up to make and use other people's emojis. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Jeff. But I'll make it. I've got. Yeah, I appreciate it. I do. Anyway, the deck seems sweet. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what I would take out, what I would like put in. I want to say, hey, you need something to stop, you know, a enchantment that could stop you, but it looks like you don't actually. The Desecrator Demon allowing you to go over the top is actually pretty nice. I mean, you've got this 6/6 that's going to be awesome. So yeah. The BE you run in Modern is pretty stout. Okay. I don't know BE. BE. The BE. What is E? I don't know. Anyway, guys. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it, man. I was just kind of playing around with it, so we've got something that'll placehold for now, and then that'll give me a chance to work on it, and that'll give me a chance to work on it, and we'll go from there. So, anyway, let's move on to the next deck, shall we? Sorry, I got distracted there. I appreciate the help. I do. I really do. Anyway, we're going to get into our Minotaurs. Right? The Minotaurs. So we ain't going to talk about your deck for an hour. No, we're not. We played it. It was awesome. What more? Rush. We're going to talk about you for the next hour. Alright? Like, you're the center of chat anyway, so we don't have to talk about your deck. We're just going to talk about you. What do you want me to say about it? It's good. I mean, creatures enter the battlefield, the opponents lose life, you gain life. It worked. You beat. You're a life gain deck, and we survived skull cracks and, you know, the red ley line, and, you know, yeah. We'll talk about you. Whatever. Anyway, no, we're moving on. I feel like you guys just try to take over. Anyway, I love it though. I do. I enjoy you. Like, I enjoy hanging out with you guys and you guys being part of the stream. But I do want to just maintain that this is my stream. I built it. I have things that I want for it, and so far the things I have wanted have gotten us here. Thanks to you guys. And I don't want to deviate from the plan. So, right? Your deck won, so you're cool. All right? See, that's the way to be right there. Be like, that's right. Got you. No thoughts from Eric on Frontier. What, the Frontier format? I don't like it. I think they were trying to go, hey. Alright, so Modern became a format because people were like, some of the cards in Legacy are just broken and I don't want to play with them. Can we just not play with anything older from here? And we made Modern. I liked it when it was, like, I played Maverick, you know, Maverick in Legacy before Modern was really a thing, and I liked it. I did. And then Modern became a format, and, you know, yeah, something like that. Right, yeah, chat's getting sidetracked, and, you know, like, I tried to politely tell Jeff that I did not want to use his, and he kept pushing it. So, Jeff, I'm not using it, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, everything just got out of hand. That was my fault for worrying about the coffee cup in the middle of a stream. I should have not. I should have done it in private later anyway. So, I mean, if we're having a fan-based coffee, like emoji contest or something, we'll do that. I kind of leave it out there. If anyone can make a better Smesh emoji than we currently have, I'll change it. But so far, this one is the best one we've got. Smesh is up for grabs if you guys want to build a Smesh emoji that's better than this one. Anyway, we've got Fatal Push. We've got a Braid. Blood Rage Brawler. We've got Burning Fist Minotaur. The Burning Fist Minotaur is pretty cool. I mean, it's first strike, but it's got a form of fire breathing on it. The fire breathing actually works really well in multicolored decks because, you know, you're still paying 1 for 1 on the toughness, on the power, right? So 1 red will give you 1 toughness, but you got to pay that extra. You got to do it 2 at a time, which is kind of eh. But the first strike on this guy really makes up for it, allowing you to pay, you know, 4 mana. You've got, you know, a 5 toughness first strike, or a 5 power first striker just really getting in there. So that's that's a pretty good card. I mean, it's a Minotaur. It's going to fit in with the rest of the game plan. And then, you know, of course, some lightning strikes so we can burn. Because it's Minotaurs, we're going to use, you know, a makeshift Lord here in our Metallic Mimic. The same can be said with the makeshift Lord in Radiant Destiny. This is a build by Zaxadillo that, you know, we kind of goofed off and talked about, but we never really built. And then Zax built it, and you guys voted for it, so here we are, we're playing it. But Radiant Destiny is definitely going to be calling Minotaurs. Minotaurs, right? And then On-Crop Crasher here is, you know, probably the best standard playable Minotaur right now. I don't think there's any other one that would be, I don't know, this good, but the next one here would be Neb the Worthy. Now, yeah, he's only a 2/2, but other Minotaurs automatically get first strike. I mean, you're talking about giving first strike to On-Crop Crasher, you're giving first strike to so many other cards. You're getting in for some serious damage there. And then, of course, Pitiless Vizier. This is a Minotaur, and it's one that I always overlook, but when you cycle or discard a card, it gains indestructible until end of turn. Now, we don't have a ton of cycling, but we could cycle, you know, Canyon Slew. We could discard a card to Blood Rage Brawler or something like that, and that would trigger our Pitiless Vizier. And that may be a plan, it may not be a plan, but it's a 4/2 for 4 mana, which is not exactly the vanilla test, but you know. Hazard the Fervent. I mean, do we really need to talk about Hazard? If we are dumping our hand super quick, I think Hazard's going to be great. Personally, I think if we are going to run 4 Hazards, I don't want to get caught with this Fatal Push in hand, and I would much rather have this to be a couple shocks. But, hey, I'm good with that as well. I mean, worst case scenario, you could always throw a shock into one of your dudes that's been buffed. Like, I mean, you could always shock your Blood Rage, or shock to the face or something like that. So, yeah, that could work. But if you have a Hazard and you just need to dump a Fatal Push, you could always point it at Hazard. So, James, this is Zaxadillo's Minotaurs deck that we were talking about in Coffee Time. We've got 2 Merciless Javeniers. Now, this is the one that Rush and some of the other guys were like, I just really don't know about the Javelineer. So I like the Javelineers, but we'll see. We'll see if it's good or not. I just don't actually like the 4 mana spell, and then I have to pay 2 to discard a card. But that pay 2 does give us a discard option that allows us to put -1/1 counters on creatures, which works really good with our Pitiless Vizier. So even if we don't have other ways to discard, right? Yeah, 4 mana 2 power does seem pretty bad, but it allows us to you know, discard, turn any card into target creature gets -1/1, and Vizier gets indestructible. So. We do have to have both of these online, and that is, you know, a turn 4, then yet another turn 4 before it would work. So, yeah. You think it would be better if they started at Origins rather than Cons? See, yeah, that's the thing about Frontier. It's like they're just trying to build yet another modern format, and like, would it kill Modern if people were like, oh, thank goodness I don't have to buy Innistrad anymore? Like, you don't have to have Lily, you don't have to have the Snapcaster Mages. It's almost like, it's like, hey, look, how do we reset the power creep? Well, we actually need to get everyone to quit playing Modern. We gotta, so that we don't have to keep printing such broken cards before they'll even go into Modern. If we, you know, kill like the Scarab or Snapcaster Mage and Liliana and Bloodbraid Elf and things like that. If you take those out of a format, then you just kind of don't need to have such powerful cards in your standard format, as more cards will easily fit into, you know, Frontier. So I can see a good reason to want to shift into a new format and, you know, have tons of people playing that, or to make it even more accessible. But actually just saying that, hey, there's another format out there that you can go play, does not necessarily mean that you can go play it. You do need other people playing it. So, you know, when they say, hey, yeah, Legacy's great, but if you guys can't afford Legacy and you want to play Modern, there's Moderns out here, you know, you guys can go play it. Well, when Modern first come out, you'd look around, you got a Modern deck? No, I got a Legacy. Alright, I'll play my Modern deck versus your Legacy, and then you would just get wrecked. Or maybe not, but You know, I think that just because they say that there's going to be, you know, this new format and everyone can play it, or hey, look, we come up with the answer for those of you that don't want to have to pay for, you know, modern decks that cost $1,200 a piece, you know, like Modern Jund, $2,000, something like that. Like, just because they say, hey, we've got this other format that you guys can go play, y'all don't have to go play this expensive format. Well, if no one else is playing Frontier, then especially if people at your local, you know, gaming store don't play Frontier, then you can't really play Frontier. So, you know, that's, you know, that's how it works. I'm sure Wizards knows what they're doing, and I think Brawl is going to be a better format to get more people into the game. So, I'm definitely more interested in Brawl than I am some other non-standard format. As far as I see it, Brawl is going to be standard Commander. So, you've never seen anyone play Frontier. Exactly, Thomas. Exactly. Magma Spray, Fatal Push, Duress, Authority, Crook, Abrade, Profane Procession. This is a pretty cool card. I like this card. Never even heard of Frontier. It's Modern Light. It actually only goes back like the last 2 to 4 years, whereas like Modern goes all the way back to like MTN or something like that. Pidilius, another copy of the Vizier, and then a couple Angrath, right? Let me pull those Angrath over where you guys can see them. A couple Angrath to kind of close out the deck, so should be a lot of fun, and I'm going to move into it. So, I'm going to jump into this standard game, and we're going to take Minotaurs. Minotaurs! Well, the Pauper format's pretty cool, and speaking of Pauper format, like, Hefe there, Magic Hefe plays Pauper, guys. He's got a stream. I'm going to keep this. I mean, we've got the things to do the thing with, you know, to make the thing happen. Like, we can do the thing. Right. That's the idea, is that you're playing in a smaller card pool, so it wouldn't be as broken, but technically Frontier has a different ban list because it would have a different format, which means that unless people were trying to play it or play it competitively, it wouldn't necessarily be balanced, which is kind of the same problem with Pauper. I mean, like, until people start playing it and people start complaining that everyone is just beating them with this one particular deck, then they're not going to actually ban anything, or I think we can get away with our Metallic Mimic here. And we're going to call Minotaur. That's why you like standard and modern. Exactly. I mean, it requires a format that actually has enough backing to make it. It wasn't meant to be Tribal Sunday, but there were 2 decks that both had good tribal synergy, so I figured why not. I mean, we're gonna have a 4/4 on-crop crasher, or a 4/3. And then if we hit a land next turn, I'm going to go Mimic into a Burning Fist. Any budget ideas for a Delver deck? There's a ton of budget cards in Pauper. Pauper Delver is, you know, it's a cheap deck. It's only, what, 110 bucks now? It was like a $60 deck before everyone started playing it. Now the Pauper deck's 100 bucks. Mono Black Pauper is like 100 bucks. Yeah. It's brutal and brutal. I hope we get a land off the top. Come on, give me a land. Just give me that land. Give me a land. Give me a land. That's a land. I'm gonna call Minotaurs. I'm gonna call Minotaurs. I'm gonna put down my first striking Minotaur. I like Minotaurs. That's right. We just went ham on you, vampires. Total hamage. Radiant Destiny's pretty nice of his, though. I would like to top deck one, but I also wouldn't like to top deck one because, yeah. Martyr of Dusk. Alright. What can you do, opponent? You can't swing into this. Oh, snap, son. Man, we need some stuff. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. How do we swing here? I think I'm just going to swing like this. And I want that Martyr of Dusk to not be able to block. He needs to put the Lifelinker in front of the Uncrop Crasher. And this in front of the Death Touch guy if he plans on gaining the life here. But I'm also wanting him to take enough damage that he doesn't flip a Legion's Landing, so that's why I didn't want him to be able to block with the creature that replaces itself. So, whose deck is this? This is Axadillo's deck, the one we were just talking about in coffee time. Where we're like, yeah, let's build Minotaurs, and I was Minotaurs, yeah. Stream cutout on your side. I'm showing we're still good here. They cut out for anyone else? I mean, would you even be able to hear me if I asked that? I don't think so. Probably not. Yeah. Wow, did he just take the damage? Okay. I'm gonna cycle. So it's not whenever you discard. I thought it was whenever you discard. Yeah, I read that wrong. I have to use this ability to discard. Let's do some damage. Let's do some damage. Let's kill some vampires. Alright. Yeah, hit F5 on your keyboard will refresh. You just make sure you have the window you want to refresh pulled up. And then, okay. Alright, opponent. So you're just gonna die? That's fine by me. Okay. Better get out of my way. Right at 3K, 54 people watching, only 31 likes. I love it. Like, stream sponsors, you guys are awesome. I get it that you guys are always trying to help out. What do we bring in against vampires? Authority, so you can't just throw up blockers. Fatal Push, Magma Spray. Like, what do we really want to be able to stop? The only thing I'm really worried about being able to stop is Lord. We can kill that with a magma spray. We can kill it with a braid, fatal push. I don't think we need Hour of Glory. I'm getting rid of the pitiless Vizier. The merciless Javelineer. Not real fond of that. I'll just bring in another copy of a braid, and we'll roll like this. We'll try to be more. Yeah, we're playing Minotaurs. Monitors. Yeah, that's it. Monitors. We're playing monitors. Like the thing like the thing I'm looking at right now. I'm sitting in front of my computer staring at the Minotaur, and we're playing some monitors. I can't keep this hand like as much as I want to. I mean, we've got the Radiant Destinies, we've got the Metallic Mimics, Blood Rage Brawler. Like we could get into some action here if we had another land. Sweet, I'll keep that. Neb, I can't play you, Neb, but we're a long way from needing to, so I'll hang on. I'll hang on to a little Neheb. Little Neheb action. Sweet. You prefer merfolk? Yeah, I prefer most of the Ixalan tribes as they were pushed hard enough. Man, what happened to chat? It's doing that thing again. That should have done it. Come on, black source in the next two. I just need a black source in the next two. Well, we could always wait. The first strike on this guy is so relevant. Like I don't even know like how to say how relevant it is. It's very relevant. So merfolk is fast. They are. I think I like vampires more than I like merfolk, at least on arena. I don't know if vampires are quite so good not on arena, but pretty good. Well, we're gonna have bounding. I don't know, does he just put one? So we'll just make him like lose 2 dudes if he wants to sacrifice them both to for the on-crop crasher. I mean, that's kind of a 1-for-1, taking out 2 1/1s, which, you know, he used 1 card to put down. So it's kind of where we want to be, but and he can't put them in front of the burning fist Minotaur. So okay, he's just gonna take the damage. All right, I like it. I like it. Merfolk get wrecked by sweepers. You are right. A good well-timed Sweltering Suns that comes in before certain things can outgrow it is broken. Another card I actually like against Merfolk is Cut to Ribbons. He's gonna get rid of that first striker. It's just too good. Too good. You had so many toy dinos as a kid. Now it's just your arena deck. Also, Polyraptors is just hilarious. See, I like the dinos decks as arena decks. I do. So, I mean, we're still pushing damage, and next turn we're pushing 6 more. I mean, the Heb works really well if we can start getting rid of cards. I would like to draw like another land off the top. A Dragon Skull Summon would just be so good. Like, I would love to hit Dragon Skull Summon off the top. What's up, Greg Griffin? I missed something there. You like dinosaurs, but it's been probably, yeah. Dino lover at heart. I got you. You just not swing. Man, we need a sweeper here. I mean, that ain't horrible. So I am just trying to race him here, which the Vampires deck's very good at holding off a race. But yeah. Sweet. All right. Well. I'll actually just accept the trade. I mean, we just traded that for all of Call of the Feast. He gained 3 life off of it, but I'm actually okay with that exchange. Now if he has like a Lord or something to drop, we can easily answer it. And I mean, he played around the Abrade in our hand by putting all 3 bodies in front of it, so there's no point in abrading. We were going to lose our guy anyway. The only point I can find is like to stop that 1 point of life gain, but you know, yeah. Yeah, I just can't play it. We don't have a black source to be able to play it. Get in there. Oh yeah, get you some. I want to use mana. So we're going to try to stop some lifelink. I mean, we may have just activated Fatal Push or something like that, but I kind of doubt it. Okay, maybe we did. I mean, he was playing like it, but I kind of doubted him having it. Land off the top. Land off the top. What's the best use of our mana? So yeah, I think I just trade On-Crop Crasher for 2 bodies again. So I mean, if I don't expect him to put all 3 in front of it again. I mean, if anything, he may just take it. He did take it. Yeah, I kind of would have took it, especially like when the option is to put 2 in front and maybe lose one of them, or put all 3 in front and just allow the trade. So. You want the new angels? Oh my goodness, there's a couple of the new angels that are just, oh, they're so good. You can, oh yeah, yeah. Angels I've always been a fan of angels. So, where's the fling? I don't know. This is not a fling deck. That's I think that's going to be like what, 2 subscriber Sundays from now. I bet he has to get rid of the first striker. No, he's getting rid of On-Crop Crasher. Wow. All right. Oh, pushing me. You're pushing me, opponent. You're pushing me. Come on, land. Any land. Black source would be best, but any land. Yep. So, I'm going to call them Minotaurs, but something makes me want to call God. But yeah. The opponent is very pushy. Yeah, aren't you clever? As a weird person where the first creature type you got attached to was a soldier creature type, mine was elves. I really liked elves. Dragon Skull Summit, where is you? This is turning around on me. Well, that would be game. I mean, I can play it, but it does me no good. Yep. And we're gonna just jump into the last game here. Again, I don't think Hazard deserves to be in the deck. I don't think that, I mean, yeah, the deck is trying to get hellbent here, but when you're running cards like Fatal Push and, you know, Authority, Hazard's hard to use. So I'm going to cut a couple Hazards here. And I think I'm actually going to pull some Duresses. Duress seems like it would be the way to go. So here we go. I'm just going to run it back. Servos is the best tribe. Nah, man. Constructs. Constructs. I'm a Construct fan. All the Gear Hulks are Constructs. Look at the, see, the no white again. This makes it difficult. I mean, I want to keep. We have black, we have Fatal Push, we can get in an on-crop crasher, we can burn some stuff. If we hit white, we're in Authority, which is like just broken good. We're in Radiant Destiny, also broken good, being able to swing and be vigilant. On-crop crashers, exerting every turn. I mean, just a ton of good stuff in our hand. We just got to get there. So, you know, Inspiring Vantage off the top would be awesome. Would be awesome. Just awesome. Even that thing would be awesome. Well, that ain't it. That ain't it. What am I willing to drop? Because I am putting down this 4-3 on turn 2. Now, if he's got a Fatal Push for it, then hey, I'm probably about to get 2 for 1. That is a 4-3. You're gonna want to push that. Yeah. If you're gonna be pushy, push it. Behind elves, no way goblins win. Hey, you know, I like goblins. I had a pretty cool little goblin deck for a while. The only reason I built it is because I wanted to play with Goblin Grenade. I thought Goblin Grenade seemed like a really cool card, so I wanted to play with it. So yeah. No, not the lightning strike. So we didn't hit a land. Kind of stuck. We'll see if we get to trade here. Does he just start stopping damage now, or? He does. All right. Eldrazi are big and dumb, and you love them. If you're a ramp fan, then Eldrazi's awesome. Eldrazi is absolutely awesome. Queen's Commission. Yeah, I'm okay. Wow. Wow. Well, we'll just get down to business. So he traded the non-lifelinker, but alright, whatever. I'm not going to try to pretend to know what this opponent's doing. There's an unclaimed territory. Oh, I almost got Warrior Minotaur. Which we can... swing 7 here if he doesn't have a kill. We'll see what the opponent's got. I mean, he might be able to gain 4 of it back. So, yeah. If he doesn't, though, I mean, he has to swing. Like, you would think that he would have to swing, right? I mean, he can't just, like, expect to block. And he can't let his health go too low. Okay, so this would be a good swing, gaining the 4 back like I was talking about. And then that forces me next turn to actually put my lightning strike on the Legion. Yeah. Absolutely, opponent. Absolutely. So... still no white mana. Like, the spells are really hard to cast in this deck. think I'm just going to swing. And I'm going to exert on the Martyr of Dusk. And I don't think that he can actually block this. And just going to pass the turn here. Yeah, like, this may be good for him, it may be bad for him. We may be able to just let him swing in at us and then just burn the Legion's Lieutenant in response. So that might be an option for us, but if he's got another Legion's Lieutenant, and that, no, it doesn't look like he does. Call to the feast. Now that's not terrific. That's not terrific. Okay, well, you're looking like you're dead soon. Yeah, it's starting to, the writing on the wall is starting to become real clear. Ay, ay, ay. That does not help. So again, hazard with spells that you cannot get rid of, not good. I mean, it's just bad construction. I'm not trying to, you know, to say anything bad about Zaxadillo. I'm just saying that this is, you just can't do that. Like, we need a different card other than Hazard. Something other than Hazard. I mean, even, honestly, Fleet Wheel Cruiser would be really good right here. I think I actually have to hold up. Maybe I should have played the Hazard, but I want to cycle on him. I want to look for a white source, so we're going to look for one. Maybe it would have been better to look for it last turn so I could have just played it, but, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, a Cannonade would just, it'd be so good right now. So good. If only Ferocodon wasn't banned, right? We need a skull crack effect in Standard. Like, I know people didn't like it, but we need it. We just need it. We have to have it. So, if I was the opponent, I would just crack my dunes here and get sideways. Yeah, I think cracking your dunes and turning everything sideways is just win. I can block one dude, and he can swing for 13, 14, 15. So, like, I don't know why he's not, like, why we haven't already seen it. On board, I'm dead. I mean, he doesn't know what I'm holding, and I might be able to kill something, but I would have to be able to kill two dudes and block another just to live and be at 8. And he's going to gain a ton of mana, so, or a ton of life. He's going to gain a million. It's just a flat million, alright? Nice, cool million. Really? So he killed a creature that wasn't even on... He had lethal on the board. He had lethal on board. Yeah. We don't have enough time to play around with that. In your Saskia deck? Is that Commander or something? What is Saska? What is Saskia? Saskia? Anyway, that's the first Minotaurs. I'm going to jump into the second one, and then we'll go back and talk about the Minotaurs. So let's hit these cars, Minotaurs. Sounded like it rhymed. So this is James Carr's deck. He's right there. So you know, let him know what you think about the deck. You can ask him some questions about why he put something in or something like that. Hopefully he'll answer. He may or may not. Saskaya. Does that sound better? Saskaya. Saskaya. Anyway, we've got no red. Like, how do we have all 4 concealed courtyards? Talk about no luck. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna put that on the bottom. I know it was just a horrible hand. I just wasn't going down yet another. I can turn 2 cycle. That'll pitch a land. Hopefully we'll draw some stuff. We want warrior for our tribal cards, not minotaurs. Oh, they're minotaurs, but they're all minotaur warriors. Huh? See, I was looking at warriors, and there's a lot of really good warriors. But yeah, minotaur warriors. Really? Okay, well, we're going to play the first one. This will make sure that these come in untapped. And then, of course, we're going to start cycling. It won 1-2. Like, we won game 1. And, like, we just came out. We were just nice and smooth. And then both in game 2 and 3, we just didn't have color. We didn't have black in game 2. And then we didn't have white in game 3. I think game 1 we were hurting on white mana as well. So, you know, these are all things that we're going to have to think about or talk about when we get back into the collection over there, and we'll talk about these 2 decks. But for right now, good news, they are slow. Yeah, they look a little slow, but oh wow, I messed up. Almost up. I didn't cycle. I did not cycle. Well, this is a legendary creature, so it's not like I'm going to be getting it down right now. So next turn we're probably just going to play a Hazoret. Man, I've heard people pronounce it some weird ways. I can't even sound like Hazoret. Hazoret. Jeremiah was, you were surprised to see it go and the bans were announced. What, you talking about Ferocidon? Ferocidon actually, like, he was an enabler. He actually enabled a lot of decks to exist because he made sure that a lot of other decks did not exist. One of the things that makes this vampire deck good is... Man, I want to just play that Radiant Destiny. I think I'm going to. And yeah, we can get away with Warrior. Alright, so this is Minotaurs, but it's Warriors. Did I see the deck? Did I see the deck that won the GP? You're talking about this this week, D Black? Where was it? GP. Each player discards a card. So he's got to discard a card, and I have to discard a card. Curiosity, thank you for subscribing. Each player discards a card? I've never hit anyone with this guy. That just seems fairly weird. I mean, yeah, I get it. It helps you stay hellbent, but it just seems weird. Do we hit untapped land? Like, what do we hit? So, what do we want? An untapped land means we can play the untapped land cycle. Bleeding a hit? No. We're not swinging with Hazoret. Not this turn, anyway. All the mana in the world, aid from the cow. Top card of their library. What is it? Ooh, he got an extra aid. I mean, he's kind of set with you know, the treasure sacking, or the map sacking. That all seems like it's a really good plan. We're gonna discard the unworthy, or the worthy. Is he worthy though? Is he really? Well, Hazaret is, what time is it here? It is 10:18. 10:18. Yeah, the treasures are definitely going to make him go off. I mean, he's going to get to look at the top 2 cards, and if they're both permanents, then they just go to the battlefield. Most aid from the Cal decks are just full of permanents. The only exception usually being like a Fumigate or something of that nature. So, overwhelming splendor. Well, that's cool. Unstoppable Rob! Thanks, man. I'm glad that you've had fun in the chat tonight to make you feel like pushing that subscribe button. Hope you enjoy. Sifter Worm. What? Scry 3. So like, wow. We're dead to this. He's still at 19 life. He's still at 19 life. Yeah, I mean, we were unable to do anything. Just no damage. There's no way to deal with an enchantment without white help. So we need like cast out. We need something like that, and they're just not here. So, Mr. Carr, I'm going to say, right, yeah, we had a really bad draw. I mean, double Hazard, double Neheb, or triple Neheb. It's not exactly what we're looking for, but yeah. We don't have any real ways. I don't think I need the Vraska's Contempt here. Glory-bound Initiate's good, but you know, I don't think we need it. I mainly just want to bring in these Angraths and just start making him discard cards as quickly as possible. I'm going to get rid of the Supernatural Staminas, and I'm bringing in the Duress. Lost Legacy could be a thing, but you know, he's an aid from the Cal deck. I actually think that he's going to be, you know, playing that overwhelming Splendor and such. So the other card I'm going to cut is a Hazaret, and then we'll go from here. Now, Lost Legacy could be good, but I don't actually think he's an approach deck. I mean, we could just call it, but I think that we just need to be much faster. I mean, these Nehebs are just, they're bad. And no white mana to be able to cast this Radiant Destiny. At least we have black, so we're not just stuck on a single color. But okay. Can I take the turn off? So next turn we'll Mimic and then pass. Campus. Yeah. Since we don't have any land. Do we call Warrior? I mean, sure. All right. He's getting dinked by subscribers instead of blown out by new sponsors or super chats, right? That's right. Justin did take over the stream boss. I forgot that the stream boss is automatically taken over by a sponsor. So if somebody sponsors, they're automatically stream boss. See, I should have done this one, Minotaur. Haha, but it wouldn't got a counter on it. Wouldn't have happened. Well, I mean, we're pushing damage here. He's at 10. Like, this is the explosion of having, you know, a card that's a 4/3 on turn 2 in your deck. It happens. Ain't no style points and toppling stream bosses. Right? Pretty sure Burning Fist is a wizard, not a warrior. Ooh. Is it really? Oh, he's not even running Burning Fist. He is running Emberhorn, though. Burning Fist is a Minotaur wizard. You are correct, my friend. You are correct. Oh my goodness. Settle me. Do it. Just do it. I just need a few lands, man. Just a couple. Just need enough to get me by. Sound like a crackhead out of a movie, man. Man, just give me a couple lands, man. I need them lands. I got spells I gotta cast. What do we do? I don't know what we do. Putting him at 1 is not a whole lot different than putting him at 4. I think. Oh, Fumigate. Bring it. What you guys fighting? You guys fighting in there? I'll take you all on. Oh yeah. Barry said, "Bring it." He ain't scared of you. On Crop Crasher, where you at? So, like, yeah, that's awesome. Barry, thank you. Much love, man. Much love. I'll personally throw you some emo. Like, just, that's twice you've been stream boss tonight. No matter how long you stayed stream boss, that's twice tonight you've killed a boss and been the boss. So, Eben, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. What's up, Eben? I got one for you here. I'm pretty sure this is you, isn't it, Eben? The smash emoji isn't. This is that Eben, right? All right, we're done here. We're done here. Yeah. So I had the same problem with both decks. And this may get fixed here very soon, as Mardu's going to be getting a couple new lands, the new cycle of lands coming. So, been a while since you caught a live stream. We were just talking about emojis and everything else earlier, so I'm glad you're back. I was talking about that the smash emoji was the emoji that was submitted for Zane making those lives short-lived. Thank you, Zane. I appreciate it, sir. Much love to you, man. I appreciate it. I'll give you some more advice. Don't play zombies right now. Thanks, Zane. I appreciate it, man. Much love to you. I guess we'll throw some more hype to our new stream boss here for taking down the notorious Barry. Use the 18-0 red deck. Absolutely. What? The only health points that matter is the last point. Wow. Wow. Alright. Talk about flavor. Sis Dante says, I ain't even trying to kill you. I'll just take you to one. That's... You guys are ridiculous, but thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate it. But that's... I'm going to say, Dante, that's funny. Like, that's pretty funny right there. Much love, and I'm going to throw a little salt on the wounds for that one. You guys get to play around with those emojis. I know, I'm gonna take him to the smallest portion of points you can. I mean, I think it's 10 on here, but yeah, wow, it is 10. There we go. So that's the smallest increment of life that you can have is 10, I believe. But yeah, you second Thomas's request. You guys want me to play that? You guys want me to play that mono red? Okay. I mean, Gan had a really good list. Like I watched it, but that guy was also an amazing mono red player, guys. Like you don't just become a you know, an 18-0 player by being an okay mono red player or the deck is good. No, you go 18-0 as the first person ever in history because you're awesome. All right, so I just want to say that dude was really, really good. Yeah, Ganyan, I think was his name. I'll probably try to remember that for a long time to come. Ganyan, first 18-0. So, just came back from your LGS, and the kid smelled so bad. What is it with people and bad hygiene in game stores? Oh my goodness! Like this is what my wife tells me. She's like, I would go, but I don't really want to smell armpit all the time. I get you, man. It happens. I mean, they get off work, they go straight to the game store. There's no shower in between, and yeah, sometimes game stores are a little bit stinky. It does happen. Paid showers in the back of game stops and stuff. I say game stops. I say I don't watch Magic drama, but I do watch Rudy. I know a lot of people don't like Rudy. Some people do like Rudy. I think Rudy is kind of he's in that secondary market zone, which is where like most players don't really care about, and apparently WotC doesn't really care about. So like I feel Rudy's kind of, you know, a safe place. Like let him go talk about the prices of Magic cards all he wants. But the way he does it is absolutely, it is hilarious. The man is such an entertainer. Yeah, so I mean, and he normally tries to stay out of all the drama stuff. If it's not drama related around cards, then you know, yeah, or related around, you know, the price of a card, then Rudy normally doesn't matter about it. So he's like my only like non-gameplay or non-deck building site that or YouTube that I'll watch. And I think even on my personal YouTube, I'm wanting to say that that I have Rudy posted as like one of my favorite content providers. So like you'd have to actually go to my channel itself. Here, let me do that. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Like if you guys want to know like who I watch, who I think is you know, good content and stuff like that, I've already posted that stuff for you. So here, let me do this so you guys can see. There we go. My favorite Magic content. You guys can see that here. Of course, at the very top, my boy Dev, right? Sideboard, or you know, Strictly Better Magic: The Gathering. Absolutely awesome content. Tolarian Community College. I like the professor. Of course, I like some Saffron Olive. Like he is, you know, he's the guy who kind of paved the way for those of us that are game players, like that you actually play games. MTGO traders, like. He's my goal. I want to catch him, and I think Terran is a great guy. And honestly, I wouldn't mind getting a team together with, you know, Terran and maybe Matt from Total MTG or something, and maybe we could play online in one of the future events if we were ever good enough. You know, the regular Joes versus the pros. Like I like Terran, and I like the content that Terran does. So whether I'll ever catch him or not, probably not. He's like 7K ahead of me, gaining subscribers much faster than I am. So but either way, MTGO traders, like, he's really cool. Top Level Podcast, this is Patrick Chapin and what's his name, Flores. I can't think of his first name. They do a podcast about once a week. They kind of talk about things, whether it's anything big that's happening in Magic. They're going to cover it on their podcast. And then Roofy, I mean Giggity, I mean the creepy guy, Trash Alpha, yeah, all of those things. He's funny. I think Rudy's hilarious. I really like Rudy. And then of course you got to look at Star City Games. When it comes to comedy, magic comedy, I think Loading Ready Run is one of the right up there with the Professor as being just good stuff. And then as far as like all around, like I've just always been a fan of Wedge. Wedge is just a great guy. From what I understand, he's got a lot on his plate from time to time, so it's good to see Wedge back and making videos. He took a break from us for a little while, but yeah, I like Wedge. And then I don't know if you guys know who this guy is, Jen Dakuski. I don't know, but it's the voice of All. If you guys haven't checked this channel out, the voice of All is where you're going to find all of your magic related like your lore. Like he did all of the voiceovers and the story and everything for all of Rivals of Ixalan. So if you guys want to go back and you want to hear the story of Rivals of Ixalan, it's great. You'll see that I listen to most of them here. Great voice acting, and yeah, that's. You guys are wanting to know my favorite content. Do I like this person or that? I've already put it there, so you guys can actually click them straight from my homepage. But yeah, I missed somebody. Somebody did something and I missed it. I've got to go find it. So bam, and let me look behind my head. Justin Clay, kill shot. Justin Clay with the kill shot. All right, gotcha, buddy. Awesome. What happened? Where are we at? Do we still have chat? Uh-oh. We don't have chat no more. I don't no more have chat. Either way, guys, as far as, warriors and minotaurs go and things like that, I like the idea of trying to, yo, Adrian! I like the idea of trying to splash it white in the deck for Radiant Destiny, but just lightly splashing white means that you're probably not going to be able to get it on curve. Like, take, for example, this deck that we played. There's 4 sources of white in the entire deck. 5 if you count Field of Ruin. The chances of actually casting a white non-creature spell in this deck are slim to none. There is 1 plains in the deck, so you could search that up. So we'll say 5 sources, 5.5, because you'll have to actually sack this, and you can't do that on curve. So there's only 5 sources that could allow you to play it on curve, even though I know it's like on curve's not really necessary. So so what's more uncool? What? Why you calling name? What? I don't know what we're talking about there. Who are you talking about? Some historical topic videos that no one else are posting. I don't doubt that. I think at this point, from what I understand about Purple, I think those guys are like, ever since that ban started hitting a whole bunch of people, like there's a bunch of people that have YouTube content and they're actually out to get wizards. And if you're talking bad about the company that produces the game that we play and love, then you're talking bad about the game. If your content pushes absolutely a single person away from the game, then you've had negative impact on the game, and therefore I can't support that. I cannot support having a negative impact on the game that I want more people to play. So if anyone has, like, I feel that as YouTube content providers, that we have a certain responsibility to be chipper and find the silver linings in things, because if we're negative and I sit here and you guys watch me and listen to me for 3 hours on end and I'm just negative about absolutely everything, it could actually offset your entire day, and then it could offset your impression of the game altogether. to think that, you know, that we're all completely non-impressionable, it would just be, that would be naive of us. I mean, that's what we are as humans. We're clay from the day we're born, and then we're just molded throughout our life. So I think that as a content provider, it's our responsibility to find that silver lining and to make the best out of every situation that we're in. And so basically, anytime I think that a channel or something is negative towards Magic the Gathering, kind of out. You know, that's it's kind of where I'm at. So yeah. Anyway, Rush, your hero. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Sometimes things are embarrassing, and we just need to move on, Rush. Yeah, like, well, okay. Somebody give me an exclamation point rules, please. Here, I got it. I got it. You guys probably got it, but I got it too. Maybe it's rules. It's one of those. Rules are simple here in chat. Have fun. Don't impede others' abilities to have fun. No derogatory marks, hate words, or slander. So I don't want to slander any of these guys. I don't want to, you know, say anything bad about their content. You know, that's not what we want to do here. That's not what Sideboardmtg is about. We're about gameplay. Just don't be douchebags, and we're here for Magic, not drama. So I appreciate all the questions and everything, you know, wanting to know, you know, how I feel about things. But I feel that if right, see, bam, done. Apology accepted. We're over. Yeah, that. Thanks. Thanks, Barry. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're just gonna move on and let it go. We all love everybody. Nobody wants to be a douche bag. Is there a difference in the bag and the... Yeah, move on, right? We just move on. Sometimes people say crazy things and you need to move on. But at the end of the day, everyone is going to have something negative to say about anything. We just need to get on with it and enjoy the darn game. Amen, good sir. Amen. I'm sorry I didn't put on my best British accent while reading that. I don't know if I like it anymore now that I know it's just a British accent. Had that mental line on it where it was Australian, right? Nah, much love for you, James. Alright, guys. That's pretty much it for my show tonight. Stick around for the comments. You know, like, the guys will be chatting in chat there for a minute. I tried to get on Discord last night after the stream. No one really jumped on with me, so I went ahead and jumped off. But if you guys do want to talk in Discord, I'm going to try to, you know, do that, you know, 15-20 minutes after the show every night. So if you guys do want to, like, you know, ask some personal questions, you want to hear, you know, you want to hear my thoughts on some things, of course, you know, everything will always be as honest as I possibly can, and I promise, like, that the opinion I said tonight about this channel is about gameplay, and we're not about the other stuff. Like, we need more people to play Magic. We have FNMs all around the country that are having hard times firing off. We need more people coming in. So let's not dog the one thing that we like. Like, most of you guys that I have seen stay in the chat with me 2-3 hours a night. I know you guys love Magic. You love the heart of the game because you watch my channel, which is about gameplay. We don't even play all the top tier decks, even though we do play all the top tier decks. We just play Minotaurs, for crying out loud. So I know you guys love the game. So remember, when you're talking about Magic to other people, you're being that influence at that point. So when you're giving that first impression and stuff, you know, that's on all of us to find that silver lining in anything that we do, anything that we care about. Let's bring more people to the game, not push people away from the game, and I think we'll all be better off. Guys, stick around for the credits. Much love. My name's Eric from Sideboardmtg. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. We'll see you next time here on Sideboardmtg. quick word for our moderators for the Horde. Thank you tonight. You were on top of quite a few messages. Chat was going ridiculous. Thanks for sticking around there, bro.